What's up, you festive freak shows, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host, as always, Jay Schatzer. And guys, hope you had a great Christmas. It is the day after Christmas right now while I'm making this video. I got some stuff to show off, not necessarily from my Christmas haul, but a little bit of mixture of everything because I have so many things to show off that I'm so behind on videos. But yeah, a lot of great stuff and some fun ones. But yeah, hope you had a great Christmas, and let's get this video moving. First up is a fun 80s comedy, one of my favorites as a child growing up, especially a young boy, because it has a scene at the end that was pretty amazing. But the movie I'm talking about is Just One of the Guys. This one's a whole hell of a lot of fun. It's a played out premise now because there was so many copycats afterwards, but pretty much a girl pretends that she's a boy, goes to a high school and tries to fit in, because the whole reason she does is because she wants to get win this like a scholarship or some kind of award for her journalism, and she feels like nobody takes her serious because she's a girl, so she does this little thing and gets into all kinds of weird adventures. But it's really, really fun. Great cast, great performances, funny moments, very memorable moments, and it's just a whole hell of a lot of fun. I must have watched this one a lot when I was a kid because I remembered every single scene when I watched this a few days ago and revisited it. So much fun, great stuff, and great ending scene with a very quotable line, "Where do you get off having tits?" Really, really funny stuff, really great, and totally 80s, carefree 80s fun. But Just One of the Guys, and I'm happy to say it's the first time in the collection. I've wanted to own it for years and years and years because it's one of my favorites, but never really, I don't even know if it even had a DVD release. So this is kind of like first time it's available, so I picked it up lickety-split. But let's move it on to something that was actually a recommendation, and I forgot to see who recommended this in like my last video. Crap, if you know who you are and you see this, put it in there, but thank you so much. I haven't watched it yet. I just arrived a couple days ago and I am looking to check it out pretty soon. But it is an anime anthology film, more recent times, and it is called Short Piece. Now, as it's a recommendation, I don't really know too much other than I watched the trailer after it was suggested, and I was like, I am getting this as soon as possible. And I looked around, I found it on eBay. It wasn't too bad of a price for this one. It was out of the slipcover. The one with the slipcover was like 60 bucks. This was only $13, so I'm like, can't go wrong with that. But on Blu-ray, Short Piece. And I don't, like I said, don't really know too much about it. I didn't do any research at all, just went off of that recommendation and from the trailer when I watched it, and I was pretty much sold on wanting to own it in the collection. So yeah, I love anthology films, especially the Japanese animated ones. Anime, really cool stuff, and this one looks like it's got a nice mixture of animation styles. And I know there's some famous animators and directors on this one, but I just can't think of them to come to mind. But yep, looking forward to checking this one out for sure. Super excited, especially ones I never knew even existed, and I did not know that existed either. But yeah, good stuff. Well, let's move it on to a movie that I've never seen before, but always wanted to check out. And it is part of the sword and sorcery kind of, well, it's a sword and sorcery kind of film because, well, it's called The Sword and the Sorcerer. Who would have thought? But I've seen pretty much all the ones that came out around these time period, the 80s, but I've never got a chance to see this one. It was just kind of always out of print and way overpriced, and I would never be able to kind of get a chance to watch it. But I got it in my collection now. It is the 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray from Scream Factory, and yeah, I've skimmed through it just to see what it was about. It looks kind of interesting, looks cool, looks out there. Director Albert Pune, I don't know how to say his name. I know he just died, so rest in peace. But figured I would honor him with purchasing this, putting it in the collection, and checking it out for myself. But yeah, Sword and Sorcerer, really cool looking film. And the alternate cover art in there is pretty badass as well. I had to switch that over. Really cool stuff. But yeah, I'm a sucker for 80s Sword and Sorcerer films, fantasy films, and looking forward to checking this one out for the first time. These ones that came out, these new 4K stuff, very expensive. I think the only reason I picked this one up and another one that's up next in the pile is because just had a lot of extra money from Christmas presents and things like that. So pretty much splurged on them because I don't normally pay, is it almost like $30 for a single movie? It's kind of hard to do when you buy this much crap. But let's move it on to the next one, which is another 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray pack. And it is a fantasy horror film that I saw a long time ago, back in college, probably on VHS, was The Company of Wolves. And from what I remember, it is a very fantasy-infused kind of surreal experience. And I believe it's I want to say it's an anthology, right? Or some kind of, it's got a bunch of tales that come together from what I remember. And they all have to do with kind of werewolves and lycanthropes and all that kind of stuff. But really cool film. Like I said, very surreal and atmospheric. And some good effects too in there from what I remember. But it has been so long. But they got the alternate cover art there. That's from the VHS that I remember. And yeah. I mean, I can't give you too much details because it's been a long time. It's almost 20 years since I've seen it. But The Company of Wolves, first time in the collection because I have never owned this or Sword of the Sorcerer. So all firsts. But yeah, I'm excited to check that one out because, like I said, it has been pretty much 20 years. So excited. But up next is a movie I've been dying to see for a long time. It was first introduced on Shudder, but I do not own that. What do you call that? Subscription on Shudder. I do not own that one, so I don't pay any monthly thing to watch it. But it looks really cool because it is all from the mastermind Phil Tippett, a special effects kind of stop motion guy who's best known from his Star Wars work, and then it bridged over into Jurassic Park, which some of his stuff was used, but then they used total CGI on it. But he's a stop motion master, and he did a little weird passion project that took quite a few years to make. But it looks insane, and I have to sit down and watch it, but I got to be in the right frame of mind because it really is weird looking. And I know it's kind of obscure in the way it's laid out. I don't know if there's much of a story, but let me just tell you what it is. It is Mad God and looks insane. Looks batshit crazy. And really been looking forward to checking this one out. And then I saw that they were going to come out with a release. I was over the moon because I want to see it. But this is the Steelbook. I don't know if this is the only version you can get, but pretty cool looking packaging with 2 discs in there. And I'm just really excited to check it out. It says 30 years in the making. So yeah, I want to see what this passion project's all about. And the guy seems like a pretty cool filmmaker, creator kind of guy. He's pretty much stayed in the industry by adapting and learning new methods. Yeah, I went from like traditional stop motion, all the way into computer graphics, where he was taking on a lot of work on Starship Troopers, which is one of my favorites. Just a really cool kind of story, his filmography. But Mad God looks very interesting. It looks like a messed up Tool music video is what it pretty much looks like a nightmare. But I'm really excited to check that one out. But up next is a movie I just got back from Walmart and picked up because I had a bunch of cash from gift cards and different stuff like that. And it's a movie I absolutely loved, but it's very controversial because it does a lot of questionable things to its long-standing franchise, but I absolutely loved it. I'll stand by it. It is Halloween Ends. And like I said, loved it. And I don't know if I said this in another video, but I watched Halloween Kills, the one that comes before this, that I absolutely hated with a passion. I watched it over like the holiday, over Halloween, like October, and I mean, it's redeemed, but not for the purposes that you would think. Like, it's just a goofy, stupid movie. It's laughable, over the top, ridiculous, and insane and chaotic. This one, I actually like it for qualities that film. It's just a traditional kind of story, follows some interesting characters, has some great atmosphere, twists and turns, never knew really what was going on. I know a lot of people don't like it because kind of, for the most part, portrays Michael Myers in not the best of light, and kind of throws the Jamie Lee Curtis kind of fight scene with them at the end. It kind of comes out of nowhere, but I enjoyed it, thought it was cool, and kind of made me appreciate the movies that came before it more. So I kind of like the whole trilogy as a whole, when it's all out now. But yep, had to pick it up because I did enjoy it a lot. But I guess there hasn't been a lot of good stuff out there to enjoy in the theater, so maybe that's why I like it. I don't know. But Halloween Ends. It's in the collection. Got the whole trilogy now. But up next is a fun, want to say 70s British horror features, two features. It is, wait, let's see what it came out. Come on, give me a year. I don't see, oh, 70. 1970, I think it says. But I want to say 75. It looks like a 5. Small print. But the movie I'm talking about, or movies, is the Count Yorga collection from Arrow Films, or Arrow Video. Really, really cool series, which I've seen the first one. Second one I might have watched a long, long time ago, but I just do not remember too much about it. So I'm going to have to revisit that one. But got the cool box set here. It's just a interesting premise of kind of a more modern twist on vampires with a little psychedelic 70s flavor in there. But got the two films. Got the first one, Count Yorga Vampire, and we have The Return of Count Yorga. But fun stuff. Some genuinely engaging performances with some trippy visuals, and just great British horror. Like, I love British horror, and I'll pick it up no matter in what era. Seems like they know how to do it over there pretty well and consistently. But that is the Count Yorga collection from Arrow Video. Nice little box set there. Let's move it on to, we got two more to go. Two totally different kind of films. First one is a French, I want to say, animated science fiction feature. And it is a film by René Laloux. And it is Fantastic Planet. And if you've ever seen this one, it is all kinds of strange. As you can just see from the animated style right there on the cover, these are some of the weird creatures that you'll see in this movie, and it is just all kinds of strange, but very, very beautifully crafted and compelling. Very odd and compelling. But this is a Criterion release, and I've been wanting to get my hands on this one for a while because I watched it years and years and years and years and years and years ago, but never actually owned it, and it's always kind of been on my radar, but always slipping through my fingers. That is until now. But Fantastic Planet, very, very strange. So like I said, watch it if you like that kind of stuff, especially if you like animated movies, sci-fi, and kind of that French style. I believe it is French, right? I'm not misspeaking. I want to say it is. It's French. Let's just say it's French, okay? But really cool stuff. Awesome. Like an oddball flick. But very compelling. But first time in the collection. And let's move it on to the last movie of this video. It is a very interesting Italian giallo film that I've only watched for the first time recently. And it was pretty badass. I don't know, did I talk about this one before? If I did, sorry. If I did, sorry. If I didn't, here it is. It is Puzzle. Now, I can't remember if I talked about this, and it seems like I have. But I will be doing a video review on this in the future because it really is interesting. The premise is kind of simple. A guy has amnesia, doesn't know who he is, people around him. He has an estranged wife that he disappeared from, so he kind of reunites with her. And she's helping him regain his memories. But there's all these strange people following him, threatening him, sending him threatening notes, because he's actually swept up in some kind of criminal stuff going on. But it's kind of slowly he's remembering who he is, what kind of person he is, and she's kind of stuck in the middle, his wife. And it's just really well made, very artistic direction, and some of the visuals are very beautiful. Just really like this one a lot. And VCI put this one out. I mean, it's not the best transfer you've ever seen on this, but it might be the best we're gonna get for a long time, so I am happy with it, at least, and just glad that I have it in the collection because I love giallo films, especially ones I've never heard of. I've never really even heard this one before, but I caught it on Amazon Prime, so it might still be up there. If that interests you at all, just definitely check to see if it's on there, because it really is a good giallo film with a very compelling, thrilling story that has a lot of twists and turns like normal giallos do, but has a great and fun payoff, and the characters are really cool too. But yeah, that's it for today. Let me grab this. Oh, I still got a few things coming in the mail. So there's gonna be even more stuff added to the Christmas haul. I guess the Christmas haul video will be, I'll make an official one to show all the stuff that I got. But yeah, all of them here. A lot of stuff. Can't fit them all in. But yep, the whole bundle there. A lot of fun stuff, and I'm looking forward to checking out because a lot of first-time watches in there. Like Mad God for sure is a very experimental one I want to check out. But I hope you had a good Christmas today, or yesterday, and I hope you liked that video, and I hope you like what I'm doing here. Hope you like a lot of stuff. But I will talk to you guys the next time I'm in front of a camera talking about movies, so stay out of trouble and stay safe and keep watching those flicks. See you guys later.